The armies of the regimes will not return Al-Aqsa. And crusading America will not allow Al-Aqsa to be released from its imprisonment. And the negotiations will not return Al-Aqsa. The leader of the Zionist gangs who proclaims his statement that makes the hearts twist and the mountains move from its woes. Listen to what Menahem Begin said in his latest statements. He said that I have come to the Israeli government to achieve 3 goals. The first goal is for Al-Quds to remain a capital for Israel for life. And I will not accept any negotiations for it, nor will I accept anyone to even mention it. Listen and leave those who tell you sleep and do not wake up. Only those who sleep will win. Fast and do not speak. Speech is forbidden if they tell you that your day is night and proclaim how dark. Or if they tell you that your sweet honey is bitter, then proclaim, oh, how bitter. Listen to what the leader of Israel is saying. Listen to the 3 goals. The first goal that he came for is to make Al-Quds the capital of Israel for life. And he will not accept any negotiations regarding it. He will even not allow anyone to mention its name on their tongues. This is something that to begin will no longer be discussed. And the city of Al-Quds, the city of Al-Aqsa, the first of the 2 Qiblas and the third after the 2 most honorable sites and where the best of creation was taken. Begin announces that he will not accept any talk regarding this city. And I, from my place here, place unto the shoulders of 1,000 million Muslims the blame and responsibility of Al-Aqsa not being liberated from the hands of the Zionist Jews. Al-Aqsa Masjid lifts his hands while crying, screaming and wailing, praying, oh my Lord, the people have taken this Quran abandoned. 1,000 million Muslims in the far west and east. And the crusading America will not allow Al-Aqsa to be released from its imprisonment. And negotiations will not return Al-Aqsa. Then who are those that will return it? The youth who are raised on the doctrine of there is no God except Allah. Youth in the encampment of Tawheed. I do not say in the encampments of cursing at Islam, nor in the encampments of drinking liquor. But you that are raised in the encampment of Tawheed then are armed with taqwa, then supplied with iron fire, springing towards there in the image of martyrs. Such that one of them's motto when he receives the command is, I will not return to my land but to heaven. The armies of the regimes will not return Al-Aqsa. Those who will return Al-Aqsa are youth that believe in Allah and believe in their meeting with Allah. Their goal is to return to heaven through a contracted trade with Allah. Their goal is not a medal nor victory, but their goal, leaving with nothing in their hands but filled with taqwa, is to make a contract with Allah, where Allah will give them heaven in exchange for themselves and their wealth. Allah has said in chapter 9, verse 111, it is a promise in truth unto him in the Torah and Injil and the Quran. And who is truer to his covenant than Allah? No one. And this is a trial that has been tried and succeeded in the days whereon the land of Egypt was 75,000 British soldiers. Who was it that removed them from the 3 cities on the canal? Those who removed them and caused disturbance where the soldiers laid their heads were the youth of the universities who sent their proclamations aloud, there is no God except Allah. The youth of the universities such as Omar Shaheen and Ahmed Menassi and others of the youth that called as loud as they could, we will aid the patient with our medicine, and we will protect those frightened in our arms, and we will recite upon this world the book of our struggle. The ears of this world be deafened if they do not hear us. The English threw what they had of weapons and left, dragging behind them their shame and regret. They knew that there were men who would give their lives to Allah. They knew that there were men who would give their lives to Allah. In 1948, the believing parties would enter the Zionist settlements, and as soon as the azan was proclaimed aloud, the Zionist Jews would run like rats from the word Tawheed. And in this our Lord says in chapter 59 verse 13, verily you are more feared and frightening in their chests than Allah. That is because they are a people who do not comprehend. And the second goal of Bijan's goals, he said that he will spread legitimacy of the settlements that Israel has built. The settlements that were built in the West Bank and in the Syrian Heights, which the news of its downfall was announced before it fell. The Syrian regime in 1967 announced the fall of the Golan Heights before it fell into the hands of the Zionist Jews. And if America with its fleet, submarines, its strikes and its bombs wanted to bring the downfall of the Syrian Heights, it would not have been able to, as it is a fortified location. But it fell on the wings of speed, and Bijan came to spread the legitimacy of his settlements. The third goal is to prevent the rising of a Palestinian state. In the cause of Palestine, Russia and America and Israel agreed to kill it forever. And on the day of May the 15th, 1948, on the land of Palestine, a white flag was raised of a six-pointed star, the flag of Israel. And since that day, Israel became the so-called country without a people, for a people without a country. Dayan and Bijan came and announced that they will not allow a Palestinian state to arise after today. And 1,000 million Muslims who possess the strategic locations, the mechanisms and the power stand in the cause of Al-Aqsa as bystanders. And where will you go? Where will you go from Allah? Where will you go?